Super People is the next contender in the genre of Battle Royale. It features gameplay elements from the likes of PUBG and Apex Legends with its own little twist and is quite fun to play, but does it have enough going for it to become the next big Battle Royale? It's currently in its final beta, which means it's been in beta before. In fact, it's been in beta for a long time. The first closed beta was held back in December 2021, so it's been in development for a long time, and honestly, I'm not quite sure if it shows on the product they currently have. What makes Super People a little bit unique is the fact that you can play as 12 different classes. Each class has a set of 9 unique skills, an ultimate ability and a favorite weapon with which they'll deal more damage. As you progress and survive through a match, you level up and unlock more skills, which essentially makes you stronger the longer you survive and the more you kill. This process can also be sped up by consuming capsules that you loot around the map. Take note that you have no control over which of the 9 skills you unlock when you level up, as it's all random. The only thing that's set in stone is your ultimate ability that unlocks at level 10. Now, my biggest annoyance with the game came pretty early on. You can't actually choose which class you want to play. At the start of a match, you are assigned a random class, and if you want to switch, you can either use gold to reroll another random class, or pay more gold to choose a specific class. As per the beta, it doesn't seem like you can buy this currency for real money, but you find it as loot and earn it as match rewards. If that will change once the game launches in full, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being viable. This gold can also be used to assemble a special delivery crate that will be delivered to you during a match. You can kit it out with pretty much whatever you want, and in addition to the items you put in, you'll also get a random rarity of your class's favorite weapon. What makes me not like this system is the fact that these crates cost gold to open. Depending on what you put in there, the price increases, essentially giving you the ability to pay, albeit not necessarily real money, to get a big advantage in a competitive game. Take note though, if you don't fill your crate with items, you still get a free crate with random items in it and your class's favorite weapon. Now, you do find this feature in Call of Duty Warzone as well, but at least there you find and earn the currency during the match instead of having to grind it out over several matches. I also feel like in a class-based game like this, you should be able to know which class you're fighting so that you can adjust how you approach an enemy, but in this game everyone just looks like a normal person. The classes have some cool art design associated with them, which kinda makes me think they were supposed to look like this. But instead, they just made everyone look like a standard person. Apex does this pretty well, but in Super People, attacking an enemy is like opening Pandora's box. You have no idea what's coming, except for the sniper who gets dressed up in a ghillie suit. Now, we don't really have any idea of how or what you can spend money on in the game, or even if you can, but there are 2 additional currencies listed in the game that's currently not in use during the beta. In fact, we don't really know if this game is going to be free to play either, in which case it's not actually a game I should cover on this channel. But these games often tend to be, and honestly I don't think it stands much of a chance if it isn't. The Battle Royale elements of the game are pretty standard. There's a huge map, you drop in, you loot, and you make sure you stay within the circle as it shrinks. One thing that does help keep the map fresh is the fact that you're only playing in a small seal-off portion of the map every game. Though the fact that the map pretty much feels the same all over kinda contradicts this point. Houses are pretty much copy-pasted all around the map, and the large fields in between the settlements become kinda stale to run through. Most settlements feel the same, and most of the open fields feel the same. I'm not really going to hold this against the game much, as I feel like they put most of the focus on combat, which is fine by me. Pure gameplay wise though, the game is pretty fun. The guns feel pretty decent to shoot, and some of the skills you get really feel like they're giving you an edge, as well as change up your playstyle if you're using the skills correctly. One of the class has a skill that increases your damage while taking cover behind trees or rocky terrain, while another class gets increased damage from being inside a building. Some classes also get access to things like airstrikes, heartbeat monitors, and even tactical nukes. I do really like that each class has these unique things going for them, as it makes you approach each situation differently with each class. All around though, I feel like the positive sides of the game aren't enough to outweigh the negative. People always assign themselves a favorite class in games like this, and when you won't be able to play your favorite class that often, unless you grind out currency, I feel like a lot of people will be losing interest. Competitive players will probably play the game no matter what, but the casual crowd will like to drop off rather quickly. I feel like the personal delivery crate is too powerful as well. Sure, you probably won't be able to use it every match due to having limited currency, but there's always going to be someone in the match who will have one. To answer the big question of this video, I don't think Super People will be the next big Battle Royale, but I don't think it will be dead on arrival either. The game is fun, but it does have a few too many things that will most likely push away the casual crowd, while leaving the game to competitive players. Usually when this happens, a skill gap appears, making it harder and harder for new players to get into the game. Apex really suffered from this at a certain time, before it saw a surge in player numbers again. It's all just speculation of course, but right now I don't think the game has enough going for it to be able to compete with the likes of Fortnite, Warzone, Apex and PUBG. While the game isn't bad, it just doesn't have enough going for it to pull people away from those games. Make it more accessible to the casual crowd by letting people choose which class they play and change how the personal delivery crate works. That would be a good place to start. Now, do you think Super People will be the next big Battle Royale? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and drop this video a like. Also subscribe if you want to learn more about free-to-play gaming. I do try my best to stay on top of the latest games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.